My addiction to sugar has been the hardest habit for me to break. Not alcohol, not video games, sugar. I've spent years telling myself that I'll have it tonight, and then starting tomorrow or Monday, I'll start doing better, I'll start with a new diet, whatever it is. And guess what? Tomorrow never seems to come. So in this video, I wanna break down what I've learned about my sugar addiction, some of the deeper stuff that I found is actually going on, and what's finally helped me get some control back. And just to be clear, I'm not coming at this as a doctor or an expert. I'm coming at it as someone who has spent a lot of money, tried a lot of things, and has lived with this for a very long time. All right, so let's first set the scene. Imagine this, any sort of takeout, especially if it's through like DoorDash or something where I don't gotta move at all right? And then we got donuts, maybe we got some cookies or, ooh, I know, brownies, ice cream, fuck man, ice cream is so good. Anyways, those are the types of foods that I crave, and it pisses me off because every time I fall into it, it makes so many of my other goals in life way harder to achieve. Like when I eat sugar and other highly processed foods, I don't feel good. Like I feel good for maybe a few minutes while I'm doing it, but afterwards, almost immediately, I feel like shit. I get brain fog, it's harder to focus, it's harder to work. My body actually hurts, like it feels stiff. And sometimes my vision even feels off. Like to the point where I'm like, am I like pre-diabetic or something? You're like, I better check my blood sugar levels or whatever. And it makes keeping fat off way harder. And here's the thing, the times in my life when I wasn't addicted to food were objectively better. So why do I keep doing it? Well, there are a few different things going on. And the first and the most obvious one is the physical dependency. My body is genuinely addicted to sugar and highly processed foods. Sugar hits the same reward circuitry in the brain as drugs like heroin, not to the same extent, but it's the same system. I mean, think about that. It releases dopamine instantly, which makes it feel like a quick fix whenever I'm stressed or tired or bored or just feeling low. And that dopamine loop is dangerous because it trains me to crave that feeling again and again and again. And all I have to do to satisfy it, eat some shitty food. The other thing that really pisses me off with this is that food companies know that, hence why they make their food, cram it full of, sugars and all this other shit so that they can get you to eat more of it, right? It's the name of the game. If I want you to eat more of my shit, I want you to get addicted to it. I want you to be able to overconsume it. I don't want you to feel full fast. I want you to feel like you can just keep going and eat more and more and more and more. And yeah, and that sucks because it means that for someone like me, I'm basically trying to combat a multi-billion-dollar industry who is spending a lot of money to keep me exactly where I am. And that pisses me off too. And then the other thing going on is more emotional and psychological. Whenever I'm stressed, I crave shitty food. Whenever I'm feeling down, I crave shitty food. And here's the fucked up part. Whenever I feel great, then I kind of feel like I earned it, Like I had a long day or I worked hard or I accomplished something. So like I deserve to have some shitty food. So it's like, it's comfort when I'm feeling low and it's a reward when I'm feeling high. It's like, it literally fits every emotional state. So I've done a bunch of things. Different things I've tried is the usual, like get all the junk food out of the house thing, right? That's like always the first one is you have to cleanse your environment of the bullshit so that way it's easier, which makes sense. Except I have DoorDash. And then you might say, well, then delete your DoorDash. All right, well, I can do that, but I can literally just go to the browser and sign back up and still order the food. Like I've done it, trust me. I've tried replacing the habit. So anytime I have that craving, like do this other, like do jumping jacks or some dumb shit, because then I'll like be addicted to that. And that hasn't worked. I've gone to dietitians and nutritionists who tell me like what I should eat, but knowledge isn't the problem here. So that didn't help. I've explored binge eating frameworks. I've wondered if it's like something to do with my wiring, like is it ADHD type thing? One dietitian told me that I was putting sweets on a pedestal, and that by labeling them as bad, it made me want them more. And I would just binge eat it because I'm not allowed to have it. Which kind of makes sense, but like her advice was, if you want a brownie, then go eat a brownie. Just don't make a big deal out of it. Just do it in moderation. What? Like, if I could do it in moderation, then I don't think it would be an addiction then, right? Like, come on, man. Imagine like telling someone who's trying to quit alcohol, like, all right, like I know it's tough, but if you ever want one, like you can have a drink, but just do it in moderation. You'd be like, no, dumbass, like that's an addiction. That's wouldn't be an addiction. Like, anyways, like I've quit smoking in the past and I don't like still have one every now and then because it's fucking addicting. Get rid of it. Anyways, I digress. So yeah, I get it. Sugar isn't as bad of an as alcohol addiction. It's not heroin, but in my lived experience, this has been a lot harder to deal with than a lot of other things that are seemingly more challenging, or at least people take them more seriously. Again, because it's chemically engineered to make me addicted to it, and it's working. Anyways, with all that being said, what actually helped me at all to get through some of this stuff? And here's one of the biggest takeaways I think I want you to take from this video, is that the only thing that finally helped me start getting traction, or start at least getting some of the control back, was when I finally stopped downplaying it and I just started treating it like it's an actual addiction, like it's an actual problem I have. And stop pretending like it's just discipline or willpower or macros or micronutrients. Like, no, this was a deeper problem. So I decided to explore it more seriously, and I started doing therapy around it. And listen, with therapy, I've got mixed feelings, man, because I've done therapy a lot in the past, off and on, just like to try it out, because like people are like, oh, you should go do therapy, like, but then I do it and it's like kind of like dog shit, like it's not very useful. And sometimes I think the therapist is just not very good at what they do. Other times I think it's just like a fit, and like I think you have to find the right fit. But going into this, I did not have high hopes that this would actually help, but I figured, why not? Let's see where it goes. So I went and I was like, all right, I'm gonna actually find a good therapist, and I might even make a video about how to find a good one, because I have a whole spreadsheet and this whole system of how I did it, which actually helped me. But anyways, I found one who I liked, and we started digging into it, and we used IFS, which is called Internal Family Systems. It's the framework that I used, which I found really interesting and helpful. So maybe I'll do a video on that too. Let me know if you think that would be cool. Maybe, I don't know. Growing up, I lived in a chaotic household. My father struggled with a mental illness, like with schizophrenia, bipolar, that kind of stuff. And life just wasn't great. As a kid, I worked for the family business, and honestly, the best part of those days was lunch, because at lunch, I would get a break from doing the dog shit labor, and at lunch, we always had like a tasty cake. And if you don't know what that is, here's a butterscotch crimpet so you know what it looks like. Anyways, my dad also would take us out to eat a lot. So after getting yelled at about something that never happened, we'd stop at a restaurant on the way home from work or something like that. And when we would eat, we wouldn't normally get yelled at. Like there was like a moment of reprieve where you just kind of sat there like in silence, And I just kind of focused on my food. Like, all right, I'm gonna eat this food at whatever shitty restaurant we're at. I'm gonna like, just be safe, because right now there's at least silence. And when I look back on my childhood, it's kind of sad, but like the best memories that I can come up with are almost all tied to food. Like going to Dairy Queen for ice cream, or those lunch snacks I was just talking to you about, or getting takeout, going out to eat. Like those were the memories where I was like, this was fine. Everything else, I'm like, I don't really want to remember any of that shit, And I learned something, and I realized that there's a part of me that learned early on that those foods represented like safety. They were relief. They were an escape. They were the calm in the chaos. And that belief got wired in so deeply that I never even knew it, let alone questioned it. And realizing that started to change things for me. Because now when I crave shitty food, it's not just an automated reaction like it used to be. I can actually like sense that, like it's like that feeling that comes up, that craving, I can be aware of it and I can catch it and just give myself an opportunity to make another choice. Because sometimes in the past, like it's almost automated. I felt like something hijacked my system, if that makes sense. Like something just took over. I was like, we're gonna fucking eat this shit. And anyway, so being aware helped break that cycle, which gave me the moment of clarity of like, all right, is this actually what I want? And that hasn't been perfect by any means. It's not like forever control, but it gives me a chance. And that has been a huge shift for me. And that has started to help. And I'm still not perfect, but I am improving. What about you guys? Like if you've struggled with food or sugar or anything like that, one, you're not alone, because a lot of this stuff, like I said, I think gets wired into us way earlier and it's tied to other shit in our psyche. But yeah, I'm curious to hear about your stories, and I'm really curious that if you found something that has helped you with your food addiction, please leave it in the comments, because I'm genuinely interested in hearing about it. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked this video, then check out this video, all right? And this one talks about how to stop like letting fear run your life, basically. It's a technique I use and it's helped me out a lot. So check that one out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.